Hi, I'm Mr. Frog. For a while now, I've been heavily interested in the Ultimate Iron Man game mode. With this in mind, I wanted to set myself a new challenge. Using standard UIM rules, I want to acquire one of the coolest pets in the game, the Amulet. But there's a catch. In addition to these rules, I will also not be allowed to leave the island of Zeah. This means I will have to obtain all of my gear, stats and supplies in the local areas. Can it be done? Welcome to Overzealous.
Okay, welcome back to episode 26 of Overzealous. Now, we were training on sand crabs to get 60 strength, but as you can see, 161 XP to go and they went unaggressive. So I decided that instead of re-aggroing them and heading back down, I'm just going to run towards the farming patch and we'll just kill something on the way. There's some unicorns over here or something like that. I can just knock out the level right there. We're still going to do some farming, and I think in this episode I actually want to go back to Tie Farm for a little bit because I do need to push this to 65 farming so that I can unlock the other section of the farming guild. This will allow me to be able to obtain Hespori seeds from farming patches, which, as I said in the previous episode, allows me to have Hespori as a death storage. And if I'm correct, I think that is the only death storage I can access. I may be completely wrong, my memory isn't always that great, but it is at least a very convenient one to use. Unfortunately, I don't really have a teleport over to Hespori. The closest thing I'll have is a Xeric's Talisman to the Inferno, and honestly that's about the same as I'd have on my level 3, so it's not that great. I can't get skills necklaces with charges, I can't put them in the house, and I can't get farming capes, so I can also get Battlefront teleports actually. Forget I just said that, it's a very stupid thing for me to say. But we are going to quickly use these unicorns to finish off this strength level, despite the fact that their unicorn horns are actually useless to me, which is really upsetting. But anyway, if we give this a few smacks, we should be able to hit ourselves 60 strength, which does unlock being able to equip Dragon Warhammers, because they did change it so that Warhammers are now equipable by strength level, not attack level. So there we go, 60 even. 60 attack gives us Dragon Warhammer. So I'm actually just going to head over here. I also got a clue from Sand Crabs, going to quickly check that out. That's in Ardy. I know all the easy clues off by heart now because of the other series. And we're just going to be farming these seeds. We've still got 9 left. Going to be getting through all the Irit seeds, and like I said, I'll probably go over and do some Tie Farm, but you'll see what I'm doing in the next clip. So I've decided that despite the fact that I don't have prayer potions or a superset, it is still going to be worthwhile for me to kill some of these spiders, and that is because we still need super anti-poisons. So what I actually plan to do is pretty much just camp in the corner here, kill some spiders with Protect from Melee. I'm going to have a couple on me, and whenever I run out of prayer, I'm going to run over to the other side and recharge. It's going to be a little bit slower than when I use prayer potions, but like I said, I need the super anti-poisons anyway, and I'm going to get a few attack levels while doing it, just to basically stack up on the potions ready for shamans. Just got ourselves a grubby key and nearly died to an undead druid on the way around. But we are going to try and get a superset from this, hopefully. We have had quite a few super anti-poisons so far, so that is really nice. Not sure how many I'm going to stack up, maybe like 6 or something, because I don't want to have to come back too often. I can easily restock on prayer potions, I just want to make sure I'm stocked up on super anti-poisons. So let's see what we can get from this grubby key, please superset. Hey, there we go, superset. Nice. We also got a crystal key, which is completely useless. Okay, so we actually got fairly lucky with these super anti-poisons. We already have 5 of them, and I said I was going to go for 6, so I'm probably just going to do like one more run of them. I just ran out of prayer, so I'm going to go recharge. We still got the superset, and honestly, I've had like 5 drops of super anti-poisons since getting these, which was insane. So I'm just going to be heading over to spiders. We'll be finishing off that. We are currently at 43 attack. We'll probably end off with 44 or something like that. I'm not too worried about training attack because I will be doing it after I've got the Dragon Warhammer. But the extra HP is really nice if we actually do manage to get a level. To be honest, with that XP, I sincerely doubt I'm going to get anywhere near a level. I thought I was a lot closer. Anyway, I'm just going to be drinking up these potions, killing these spiders, and I'll see you when I've got the next super anti-poison dose, which might just be the next kill, if I get that lucky. And there we go, that should be the last dose of anti-poison that we actually need, or last 2 doses. And I can combine these together, and we have our 6 anti-poisons that I want to use for shamans. That actually took a lot longer than I expected. I've logged out since the last clip, It actually took quite a while. I probably killed about 30 of them or so, but we did manage to get our final super anti-poison. I'm also going to keep hold of these sharks for when I do shamans, as the food is probably going to be quite useful. I need to sort out the inventory a few bits though, and there are some other things that I want to do before then, but we're getting pretty close. So now that we've collected our anti-poisons and we have trained up the strength to 60, we've got most of the requirements that I want to get for the shaman grind. There are a tiny few more requirements that I need to do, and one of them was Typh. I want to get 65 farming so I can access the next section of the farming guild. Now the main reason for this is obviously just access Hespori, but it also does allow me to have another herb patch like I said before, and a tree patch within Zeah. Admittedly, I probably should have done this first, as I would have had more inventory space, but it is what it is. We are going to go and store 2 pieces in the house, and we will have 6 inventory spaces. We are fairly close to being able to buy a Gricola's can, which is going to save us a lot of inventory space when we're doing Typh farm in the future. In hindsight, I definitely should have done this with a clearer inventory, but it is what it is. We are where we are now. With all that said though, let's get started on some farming. And that's going to be the end of the first bunch of seeds, the first 100 seeds. And if we deposit this, we'll get a bunch of XP, and we should actually only be a small amount of points away from getting the Gricola's can. 9,000 XP, 52 farming. Also just going to have a quick look how far we are from the Gricola's can. I can't remember if it's 200 or if it's 250. So I'm going to have a quick check with Farmer Gricola. The Gricola's can is 200, yeah, so we are 20 points away, which means on the next inventory, we'll have ourselves the Gricola's can. And that is going to be the next inventory completed, and the beautiful thing about this is once we hand this in and get our big chunk of XP, should get a farming level as well, hopefully. No farming level? Ah, sucks. But we do now have 206 points, which means we can go and grab ourselves the Gricola's can and never have to worry about this inventory management ever again. So we can go over to Farmer Gricola and grab ourselves a beautiful Gricola's can. There we go. We got ourselves a Gricola's can, so we can just get rid of these watering cans now, and we can do Typh with this beautiful thing. Let's carry on. So we just finished another run of Typh farm, and unfortunately I had to do a really weird run this time because someone decided to crash me, so I ended up with 7 seeds. I also hopped worlds, as you can see here. I ended up with 7 seeds, so I actually used this fertilizer for what is probably the first time I've ever actually used that, and it was quite convenient to get the last 7 seeds done pretty quickly. But if we hand these in, we should get ourselves a lovely 54 farming, and that now unlocks the next tier of seeds, Bologano, whatever. That fruit there, so we can grow that now, and that's going to give us a chunk more XP. So let's go ahead and get ourselves the new seeds. Time for a huge chunk of XP with the new seeds. What do we get from this one? 21,000 XP, up from 9,000. That's like a 12k increase. It's more than twice as much, and we're level 55 farming. We can now grow mahogany trees, cacti, and noxifer. So I've decided that considering I'm not going to be doing any more ranged other than shamans shortly, and when I do shamans I'm going to be using the full Shazian outfit, I no longer need this blue Dragonhide and the Rune Helm and the red Dragonhide van braces, so I'm going to go ahead and alch them. It's a bit sad to see them go. They have done me wonders, but they are honestly just causing me a lot of weight right now. It's 30 kilos with this stuff on, and I reckon I could drop that down quite a bit. So goodbye, treasured armour. You were very useful to me, but I can easily go and get it back in the future. And now that I've got 85 range, it's going to be a lot easier to kill the brutal blue dragons. I might even go to the brutal reds and try and get a red Dragonhide body drop, who knows, but that'll be after shamans anyway. So if we just alch 3 of those, we have already dropped half of our weight. That is insane. We're going to alch the Van Braces as well. I don't think this drops much, maybe a kilo. Nah, not even a kilo. The boots are going to stay on me until I finish this run, and then I'll go and store them in the house while I finish off Typh. But I'm also going to out the Scimitar, as it is another 2 kilos, and I don't need that either. So goodbye Scimitar, hopefully I won't need you again, but if I do, it's not too hard to get another one. Let's out the Scimitar, and we are now down to 13 kilograms of weight. I could alch the magic shortbow and go and get it back later, but I don't think it weighs that much. Let's have a quick check. 13 kilos, and if I drop this, if I examine it even, drop that, does it weigh anything? It weighs 1 kilo, it's not worth the time of having to go get it back, and I don't need the inventory space either, because I have Agricolas can now. So we have dropped our weight massively. Let's carry on with Typh. Another inventory done. 56 farming, 57 farming, 58 farming, 59 farming. So I've had someone call out a Dragon Imp, and I needed to get my stuff back from Puro, and I found a crop circle on the first attempt at Hopping Worlds. That was insane. So we got our equipment, let's head back to where it was called out. And that is going to be our first Dragon Imp on the overworld. Let's open it up and see what we get. We just got glories. Foxy, thank you so much. That's so great. Oh my god, thank you so much, my dude. That is absolutely brilliant. Oh, that's huge. I should sound more excited, but it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh my god. That's so big. We finally got glories. We can replace the power and get ourselves an Amulet of Glory just before we go to Shamans. How beautiful is that? So here we are with our beautiful new glories, thanks to Foxy. We're going to unnote one of these, and I'm going to equip it. And we're also going to alch our beautiful Amulet of Power. You have been with us for a while. You've done us a lot of good. Can we get some RIP Amulet of Power in the comments, please? Goodbye, Amulet of Power. And there we go. I'm going to hold on to the other 2 for now, and you'll find out why later. But we're going to head back to Typh, and we're going to finish off getting 65 farming. Here we have 62 farming. So it just occurred to me that by getting these Amulet of Glories, we can actually tick off another item on the wish list, and that is the Amulet of Glory. So we can smack a tick on that one, and that is 2 items off the wish list of the 6 items that I want to obtain before attempting raids, and that means we only have 4 items left. And obviously one of them we will be working on shortly, and that is the Dragon Warhammer. But until then, we still need to gain another 6 farming levels, so let's get to it. Coming in with 60 farming, and that unlocks yew trees, which isn't exactly useful until I at least hit 65 and can actually grow trees on Zeah. And another one, 61 farming. Here we have 62 farming. So, interesting few things about this run. First of all, I accidentally clicked on the sack early, which is why I only have 80 instead of 100. I didn't actually miss any, and you can see here I've got 20 points anyway, but we should be able to add this and unfortunately not get a farming level. There is 63 farming. And there we have 64 farming. 1 more level to go, and we've completed our objective of 65 farming and unlocking Hespori. I am so upset with myself. I was recording the wrong screen, but we did just finish off with Typh Farm. We got ourselves 65 farming, and this now unlocks the Farming Guild and the Hespori, basically. So we can now get Hespori seeds while farming, and I had 1 more Irit seed, and I went over and farmed that. And we unfortunately didn't get a Hespori seed, but we'll eventually get one in the future when we're doing some farming. I just wanted to make sure that it was unlocked so that we could get it at any point, because once I've planted Hespori, I'm probably not going to kill Hespori for a long time, and I'll just be using it for a dev storage, which is going to be really convenient for this account. One other thing I mentioned on the Scuffed recording was the fact that we had 420 Ranarr weeds, and I found that quite funny to have 420 weeds. And I'm going to grow up now. So, anyway. We can't quite get a Herbal level with the Irrits that we have, but with the Ranars we should be able to push ourselves quite a few Herbal levels when we go over to the Shaman grind, which is going to be happening fairly soon. There's one other thing I wanted to mention coming out of TIE Farm, is that we finished off with 395 points, and I was contemplating buying the seed box. However, Shamans only really drop like 2 types of seed that I'd even use, and they're not even common, so I don't think it's really worth it for me to buy the seed box, honestly, and I can't get the herb sack because I need 58 herb lore. So I'm probably just going to leave it for now, leave my points like this, maybe come back later and buy a seed box, who knows, or maybe after I get 58 herb lore I'll spend the points on a herb sack. And that is going to be where I'm going to wrap up this episode. In the next episode, guys, we are going to be working on why I've kept these 2 glories. We're going to make up some potions, and we are also going to take on some big lizard meaty boys. That is right, Shamans are going to be in the next episode, so keep an eye out for that. I'm looking very much forward to it, although I expect to go very dry on a Dragon Warhammer, because my luck is insane elsewhere. With all that said though, guys, I will see you again next week for the next episode, and that's about it. Take care, everyone.